Well, I think journalism is changing, and my bet would be to be at the crest of that wave. So I would definitely stay in journalism with an open mind about what exactly the medium is going to be that I'm going to devote my time to. But absolutely, this is a very exciting time to be in journalism. Well, first let me say that I hope that I was using the 2.0 thing before everybody started to use it. It sounds like a kind of hackneyed expression. But the idea was that the best way to communicate is not by preaching to people and issuing press releases and telling them what to think, but rather by convening a large conversation in which we, that is to say the U.S. government, would be a part. And we'd show our hand. We didn't do this secretly. And we could inject the messages, or kind of our side of the story, into this broader conversation. And the reason is quite simply that people don't like being preached at. I don't think they ever did, but they certainly don't like it now. And the good thing is that the technology changes over the past few years have made 2.0, public diplomacy 2.0, the technique of public diplomacy 2.0, much more viable. Well, the most important thing that we need in the economy is growth. And I think that's a big bipartisan idea. In other words, we can't really have the opportunity and prosperity that people want and deserve without having faster growth. And one of the problems is that since 2000, again, this is not a partisan thing, since 2000, the growth rate of the United States has only been about 1.8%, so less than 2%. Whereas since World War II, the average has been about 3%. And that doesn't sound like much, but it's a big difference. So at the Bush Institute, we inaugurated this program called the 4% Growth Project. We really think America can grow at 4%. And everything ought to be focused on that. There's a lot of focus, for example, on reducing the budget deficit and so forth. And I'm not saying that's not important, but it's important for a reason. It's important because a lot of people believe that will increase growth. Lots of other ways to increase growth, through changing tax policy or immigration policy. We actually think that may be the fastest way to increase growth, is by encouraging really smart people to come to the United States, and those who do come to stay. But really the focus needs to be on growth. We can't have the kind of society that people want and deserve if we're growing at 1.5%.